And a good Friday, everybody. Welcome in, Chase and Big Joe, 1025 The Game. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We are live up at Circus Sports at the Mint at Kentucky Downs as they get ready for the big game coming up on Sunday.
Boy, Chase.
Yeah, I know. I'm not getting sued.
Right.
So we're excited to be up here today to do all of that. And Joe, Dr. Crane back in the studio. We got a big show planned.
We have a big show planned. First, we come up here to the Mint Gaming Hall at Kentucky Downs where Circus Sports is. And every time we have to drive on the interstate, I have to remind myself that for our friends out there, we love all of you. Please know that the passing lane is for passing cars, and the slow lane is when you pass the car and get to that side. There's another example coming up here today of somebody just cruising along in the fast lane, and it backed up traffic for a little bit. So just please have self-awareness and think of your fellow man, woman when you're doing that, please.
I agree. I got behind somebody yesterday that was clearly scared to be on the interstate, and they were in the right lane, which is almost just as dangerous because people are trying to merge in.
Right.
And so I was getting on the interstate from Charlotte Pike and was like, this is going to cause a pileup because you got people are trying to dart to the middle lane and all that stuff. And it was just,
It's just so I've been corrected before. The left lane is not the fast lane. It's the passing lane. So thank you for that. And then all the great truckers who are honking, not honking at me, the one in front of us. So we're good to go, man.
Were they on a great big convoy?
They were.
Convoy. Good song. But yeah, so we were at Circus Sports. They're going to have obviously a big day on Sunday where everybody can come up here and watch the game, and if you so choose, wager on the game as well. So we'll be telling you all about that throughout the show. But Mike Vrabel, or Verbal, the coach of the year in the NFL.
Well, I think it's fake. Just he's going to win, right? It's just when she read that wrong. His last name, we're laughing about that because she couldn't pronounce his last name. But good for him. And look, I thought his speech, and we'll play it in just a moment, it was fantastic, quick to the point, and he celebrated everybody but himself, right? Yeah. So that's the thing. Dr. Crane,
that's what he does.
Do you have it? All right, let's hear it.
He sent this message, y'all.
Congratulations first to all the amazing award winners tonight. You're the reason that our game is so special. It's an honor to be recognized amongst the great coaches of our league, especially Kyle and Liam, Ben, and of course, Mike. Ultimately, my name will go on this award, but this award belongs to a building, it belongs to a staff, and ultimately, it belongs to the men in the locker room who believed when they couldn't always see it and also bought in when it wasn't easy. I appreciate that and everything they do. We did this together, and I'll always be thankful and grateful to be your coach. I'd like to thank Robert and Jonathan Kraft and everybody in our building that helped us win on and off the field. And to stretch, the world may know who you are, but they'll never know the impact that you made on our team, my family, and obviously me. And for that, I'm grateful. To my amazing friends and family, wonderful wife, Jen, my sons, Tyler and Carter, appreciate you guys for being along on this ride. It hasn't always been easy. I love you guys, and thank you again.
That's Mike Verbal, the coach of the year, a two-time coach of the year.
Two-time, right?
In the National Football League. So, look, if the Patriots, follow the Titans model, he'll get fired in a year or two. So,
that's terrible. But look, he well-deserved. He took a team that had been 4-13 the last 2 years, and they went 14-3. He turned them around, so good for him. I don't think they win on Sunday. I think the Seahawks are better top to bottom, but the fact he got them there is rightfully, a great job by him, and he deserved Coach of the Year. And so I tweeted out last night, you just wonder, I think at this point, Amy Adams Strunk doesn't care, right? He's gone. He's moved on. So I think she's probably like, congratulations, he won. Well done. Good job.
She cares.
I mean, what can she do, right? I mean, that's, he won. Congratulations. And, we're now on two coaches after you. So I just don't think, I really don't think it shouldn't bother her now. I mean, it's over, done with. You moved on. You made a mistake. Not a mistake in firing him. Made a mistake in hiring a Brian Callahan, I think. But now you've righted the ship. Well, I think it's a very good coach, and Robert Saleh, and you're fine. So hopefully the Titans can get there in a few years, and who knows?
Good with Stafford as MVP, first in his career.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
It's funny. We had Tim Hasselbeck on a few weeks ago, and we're like, oh, it's a done deal. He's the MVP. I mean, just the throws he makes, the way he leads the team. I mean, it wasn't his fault they lost to the Seahawks in the championship game. He got his team down there to compete and couldn't convert on that fourth down play, but he got him there. And some of the plays he made during the season, Stafford's so well deserving to do that. I heard Robbie talk this morning about how the last running back, it's now become just a quarterback award, right?
Yeah.
The last running back was Peterson in 2012. Before that, I think it was LaDainian Tomlinson in 06, Sean Alexander in 05. So it's now become a complete quarterback award. And look, it's the most important position in all of professional sports.
Yeah.
Nothing comes close. So rightfully so. And he was a good guy to win the award last night.
Other awards: Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett, defensive end for the Cleveland Browns. No surprise there. Ted McMillan is the Offensive Rookie of the Year from Carolina. Protector of the Year, Joe Thuney from Chicago.
He's good.
He's very good. Comeback Player of the Year, Christian McCaffrey from San Francisco.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really have an argument there.
Let me ask you this. Why was Jackson Dart up for Offensive Player of the Year over Cam Ward?
That's a great question.
Did Cam have better numbers? Cam played every game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Giants finished 3-14.
You got some of the nerds that say that the underlying numbers for Dart were better, but he didn't play the full season.
I'm proud of you. Who are the nerds?
Like PFF and all those things.
The analytic guys?
Yeah.
Say it. Attaboy, Chaser. Good job, man.
Defensive Rookie of the Year was linebacker Carson Schweisinger from Cleveland. Offensive Player of the Year, Jackson Smith in Jigba from Seattle. Walter Payton Man of the Year was Bobby Wagner from the Commanders. And also announced last night, and I know you saw this, but the 2026 Pro Football Hall of Fame class.
Loved every single one of them. Every single one.
Really? I was curious of Luke Kuechly. Your thought? What your
great
thoughts
linebacker?
Yeah,
He retired because concussions.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the thing. Luke Kuechly was a hell of a linebacker, and again, we get caught up in he didn't win a Super Bowl. It's an individual award. He got a team to the Super Bowl. They didn't win against Peyton in 2015, but Luke Kuechly was a hell of a linebacker. I've got no problem with that.
Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Luke Kuechly, Adam Vinatieri, and Roger Craig.
Thank God they put Roger Craig in. I mean, he is so good. Now, again, I saw some art. Well, he was with Montana and Rice and Ronnie Lott and all those.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know why I sound like Katharine Hepburn. He was with Ronnie Lott in there. Look, Roger Craig was a hell of a running back and was great in Nebraska. And then he was just so good for the 49ers and part of them. So I good. To me, he's an absolute Hall of Famer. And you could tell last night, Roger Craig, his emotion when he got on that stage was something else. Now, Schefter tweeted out the candidates for 2027. And there's 4 who are first ballot. After that, there's none of them.
All right. Let me see what that tweet was.
Gronk is one of them.
I would say yes.
Ben Roethlisberger is one of them.
Yep.
Alex Mack is really, really good. I think he's a Hall of Famer. He's a lineman, and people are like, I don't know much about him. He's damn good.
So
that's
Moss told Fitzgerald?
Yeah, Randy Moss.
That's cool.
Yeah.
He didn't even have to say anything.
Well,
that's the best part. He just walked in and saw him. Yeah, Adrian Peterson, Ben Roethlisberger, Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah, AP's one of them.
Richard Sherman, Cam Newton, Antonio Brown, Alex Mack, Andrew Whitworth, Eric Weddle, Gerald McCoy, Le'Veon Bell, Joe Hayden, Malcolm Jenkins, Brandon Brooks, Dante Hightower, Ryan Kerrigan.
Nope. Give me the 4. Give me Peterson, Roethlisberger, Gronkowski, maybe 5, Alex Mack, and there's one more that you just said at the top.
Sherman?
No, I don't think he's not a Hall of Famer.
Whitworth.
Yes, I'll put Whitworth. Played. Whitworth played for Saban at LSU.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in the league forever. So I'm sorry. There's one. There's 5.
I'll give you. I need to jump in and do like more deep dive on some of this, but just first glance, some arguments could probably be made for Gerald McCoy. That might be it. It may be Hightower,
Yeah.
but
All right, putting Hightower in there.
Eric Weddle.
Not bad. Great player.
I need to go look at his numbers.
Great player. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
But
player.
Those are good. But Big Ben
and
Gronk and Gronk absolutely has to go in. I mean, absolutely. He was
but okay, so I don't disagree with you, but you're getting into now like when you put Eli in. I mean,
not now.
I mean,
Down the line, maybe. I mean, he'll get in eventually.
who are some others?
And see, don't go look at it like Joe Namath's numbers are awful.
Yeah.
Or but it's a different game back in the late 60s and 70s that Joe Namath was a part of.
I will guarantee something too. I will guarantee this right now.
Write it down.
Belichick's in next year.
Oh yeah, he is. Yep.
Like
and then maybe they'll put in I thought maybe like they'd put in a veteran or one of those legends or whatever they call those, the committee. What's the name? I'm blanking on it right now. Oh my gosh, Joe, the committee for the
veteran committee.
Veteran committee. Thank you so much with that. I think
that's Roger Craig, the senior committee.
Was he in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Roger Craig.
Good. All right.
Yeah. So that's what they did there.
I have no problem with that at all.
615-737-125 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. Joe, what is the question of the day?
All right, you're at the Super Bowl, and you get to go out there, and you're a member of the team, and they say, hey, buddy, you got to call heads or tails. What do you call? Heads or tails? What is your default? What do you do? Call heads or I'm curious of, and I just don't say heads or tails. Tell me why you do that. I always call tails. I'm a tails guy.
Tails never fails.
Tails never fail.
That's how I am.
Yeah. You have a little rhyme for heads?
No.
It leads to the heart.
There you go, buddy.
Thank you for that save.
The moral compass of the Chase and Big Joe show is
Moonshine
one.
reference, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. The
All right.
heads is what you don't drink. The hearts is what is the best part of it.
Love it. All right, what are you, Dr. Crane? What are you doing? Heads or tails?
Tails. Never fails, baby.
Yeah.
Is that
It's always tails.
really?
Yeah.
I thought I'd be in the minority on this.
No. I always go tails.
All right. Well, I'm curious what people put out there and heads or tails. Are you doing any prop bets this year?
Probably.
National anthem, Gatorade.
Yeah. The problem is like you can't really. Those are offshore, so you can't bet like DraftKings and all that. You can't do that.
You can't.
They might have some here. I'd have to go look. But
You can't do funny little prop bets.
No, a lot of those are offshore.
Is there one that's not offshore that comes to mind?
I'd have to go look.
Okay.
I'd have to see. I'd be curious. I'll go down and get a slip here in a minute. I'd be curious what they got here.
You look good in slips.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
You're welcome, buddy.
So our question of the day is heads or tails? What are you going to call it? You're at the Super Bowl, and it's presented by Aries Tactical. Your safety, your skill, your Aries Tactical. First-time shooter, shoot for free. Just tell them Chase, that's me, sent you. Check them out at Aries Tactical.
Read that in third person. All right, let me ask you this, a little addendum to this. Do you kick off or you take the ball?
Oh, I'm deferring to the second half.
Okay.
I want the ball after halftime.
All right.
Send my defense out. We're going to set the tone. They're going to go 3 and out, and then we'll score on our first possession.
It should be done. Exactly right.
And I want the ball right after halftime.
Yeah, I like it. It should be done.
That's how I roll. None of this. I mean, it doesn't matter what goal you defend because you don't have to worry about wind in the indoor stadium. So
it's not indoor, but.
Oh wait, I thought they were in Vegas. Where are they? They're in
San
San
Francisco.
Francisco. Yeah. Okay, you do have to worry about wind.
Right. Yeah.
You very much need to worry about wind. Okay, so that could be a thing. Because remember, Candlestick was.
Yeah, but isn't
crazy.
Santa Clara, 45 minutes south of San Francisco?
It is, but I think the wind does cut through there. So I don't know. I could be wrong.
What about when he tried to escape from Alcatraz?
Thought we discussed not talking
Well, I
about
mean,
that.
it's the statute of limitations now.
That's true.
Got past you.
We'll have more coming today, including 12:30. This is the most random guest I think we have ever had.
We're going to have Dr. Rick from the Progressive commercials.
Bill
Glass is going to join us at 12:30. The commercials have just taken off, so he'll join us at 12:30 today, and we'll talk a lot about the funny commercials, Super Bowl, and everything else going on with Bill Glass, aka Dr. Rick. Today, every one of those commercials are absolutely funny. So it's very random. Well, this is a very random show, so we'll look to have him on at 12:30.
We will do that, plus Chris Sanders at 1 o'clock. Jonathan Hutton will check in with us from Media Row at the Super Bowl at 2 o'clock, and then David Kells from the Nashville Predators will join us at 2:30. So looking forward to all of that. Chasing Big Joe live today at Circa up in Kentucky, 102.5 The Game. When Alan speaks, we listen.
That's right.
Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Before you drop that quarter, keep this in mind. Register today for Stars Trivia Night at Boomba's in East Nashville on Thursday, February 19th. It'll be a night full of fun, food, and prizes, all while supporting Stars Nashville, a nonprofit providing free mental health support for students in over 200 schools across Middle Tennessee. More details and how to register, visit thegamenashville.com/events. And we love working with Stars because it reminds us of one of our favorite people, the late, great Aaron Donick. So shout out to Aaron, Willie, and the whole family.
Amen. On the Super Bowl, Chaser, question for you. How many footballs are used during the actual game? Now, this does not include the kicking balls. How many footballs, this is according to ReadersDigest.com from Wilson Sporting Goods Communications Department, how many footballs are available for the game on Sunday?
I'll say 20.
Can you add 100 to that?
120?
120 footballs are used during the actual game. Each team playing the Super Bowl gets 108 footballs before, 54 for practice, 54 for the actual game, and they use another 120 that are separate from what they get for the actual game.
Wow. I would have had no idea. So I bet in baseball they probably have 1,000 a game.
I would.
That's
right.
I'm exaggerating, but like you think about some pitchers will change on every pitch.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, like they're just so particular, and then they get fouled off or home runs or whatever.
All right. The first Super Bowl. What was the cost of an average ticket for Super Bowl I between, was it the Chiefs and the Packers in Los Angeles in 1967?
Average cost $20.
Lower.
$10.
$6.
Wow.
There were also 30,000 empty seats at the Coliseum for the first Super Bowl. All right. How much will Bad Bunny make for his halftime performance on Sunday?
20 million.
They get paid $0.
Really?
The exposure for everybody in the Super Bowl halftime show can be worth tens of millions of dollars at the low end, and that's the pay they get. Now, the performers, like your band and people like that, get union rates, but they don't get paid anything for that. So there you go. Right? Uh-huh. Also,
These are Super Bowl fun facts.
they are, right? The Super Bowl wasn't named the Super Bowl and Super Bowl 1 and 2. It only became the Super Bowl in Super Bowl 3. What was the original name of the Super Bowl?
The NFL versus AFL championship game or world championship game.
Look at you. The AFL NFL World Championship game.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
It was, okay, hang on. Let's see if I can remember this. I want to say it was Lamar Hunt that named it Super Bowl
Because
his son or grandson had a Super Ball, and like that's where the name came from. Was it Lamar Hunt?
it was.
Okay.
Good job.
So was it Clark Hunt that,
I think it was his daughter.
or his daughter?
It was playing at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
All right, so certain words appear on every Super Bowl football. There are 3 of them. Do you know what they are?
The Duke, because that's the name of the ball.
That is incorrect.
Okay. Just the Super Bowl. Ball?
It's not. Yeah, certain words always appear on Super Bowl footballs. It's 3 separate things. So who makes the Super Bowl? The football.
Wilson.
Well, sorry. There's 1.
Goodell signature.
That's 2. The commissioner, right? And 1 more. Where the Wilson football's made?
Ohio.
In the greatest country on earth.
United States
Of America, USA. That's
Okay.
right. So there you go. You're pretty good here, Chase. You should be a guide at the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
I try.
How big, true or false, the Super Bowl Lombardi Trophy is the size of an actual football, or is it smaller?
I think it's smaller.
It's the actual size of an actual
okay.
football.
All right.
You do it. I mean, you're getting there, man. All right. See a few more here for you. The Super Bowl's got a special coin. Do you know that?
Yeah, I knew they did. They did a coin every
That's right.
for
You could
everyone.
purchase it after the game for more money to get there. So
For how much?
I didn't say there. I'm sure it's a nice little good amount of money. All right. So do you know who sang the longest national anthem? This person sang it at 2 minutes and 35 seconds.
Whitney.
Alicia Keys,
Oh, okay.
the 2013 Super Bowl. I
All
think
right.
wasn't Whitney's, that was taped.
Oh, was it?
I think it was taped for because that was the Super Bowl between the Giants and the Bills, the 90 Super Bowl.
Okay.
So I mean, look, Super Bowl fun facts. You're not gonna get any place else.
No, these are riveting. Coming up next, we're going to have some fun. Bill Glass is going to join us, who you may know as Dr. Rick in the Progressive commercials. We're excited to have him on and just have some fun with him. Coming up next, Chase and Big Joe, we're live at Circus Sports up in Kentucky at the Mint here on 102.5 The Game.
Hi, guys. Big Joe here again. Listen, we spend a lot of time on our show. I'm going to talk about mental health for men. And look, guys, I know some days you're struggling. You feel like the whole world's against you, but I'm telling you what, it's not. There's a lot of hope out there, but I need you to do one thing for me. I need you to go to therapy. I tell you all the time, going to therapy changed my life. I rediscovered gratitude and a love for God, and you can too. And listen, we care about you guys so much. We tell you all the time that our world is a better place because you are here, and we mean that. That's why we're so honored to be partnering with Unity Psychiatric Care, based right here in Middle Tennessee, to get you back on track and living the life you so deserve. Now, listen, just go to GameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe Show. There, you will see a link for Unity Psychiatric Care. Start taking back your life. Listen, it's private, it's secure, and it's confidential, and they offer telehealth. No one has to know. I just need you to go and reach out. Also, this is very important. You may be the one who notices one of your loved ones isn't doing quite well, and things seem to be different. You could be that person to turn their life around. Again, just go to GameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe Show, and there on the right is all the information you need for Unity Psychiatric Care. We love you guys so much. Help is just around the corner. Take back your life, and please know you don't have to go through any of this alone. Again, go to GameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe Show, and let the journey to wellness begin.
Jason Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Friday. We're live at Circus Sports up at the Mint at Kentucky Downs for the big game coming up this weekend. But excited to talk to our next guest. This is going to be a lot of fun. The actor Bill Glass joins us now, and he's known for many different TV shows and appearing in different commercials, including playing Dr. Rick in the Progressive commercials. Bill, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on, guys. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, this is fantastic. So I guess I have to start with the obvious question of how did the Progressive stuff come about, and did you ever think it was going to take off and be as popular as it has become?
I got lucky. It was a normal audition process. And there was actually a commercial a couple of years before I was formally named Dr. Rick, where I was a group leader in like a church meeting setting. And I kind of got cut out of that version. Then a couple of years later, they were like, hey, let's bring that character back. And then I auditioned against a bunch of other guys to sort of get my own character back, which was funny. And they called him Dr. Rick. And the first couple, I knew it was fun and a fun premise. And we had a blast, but I had no idea it was going to take off and be running a handful of years later. So I feel very fortunate. And it's been a lot of fun.
Well, and I think part of it, what makes the commercials so funny is not only yourself, but your castmates as well, because they embrace the characters, and we all sit there watching them going, oh wow, this is totally true, this actually does happen.
Yeah, they're great. Chris Witowski, he's the guy in the valet commercial that's out there now. Mike Nelson, he's the grocery counter. My friend Abra plays Julie with the long hair, and Valentina Garcia are a couple of our regulars, and they're just some of the funniest people going right now. Like, my main job is basically not to laugh while they're doing their stuff. And then, so they've been great. I feel very fortunate. I'm working with some of the best in the business. And yeah, half my job on the day is just to not laugh.
That's great. Bill Glass is joining us. He's Dr. Rick on the Progressive commercials. Bill, when did you know that you had something? Were you at the grocery store and somebody recognized you, or what was a moment where you're like, we got something going good here?
Well, I think the first two commercials that came out, I knew they were being well received, but I made the mistake, or I don't know how you phrase it, but I went to YouTube to kind of see if people were interested. And I think the first couple commercials that air, Too Many Pillows on the Couch. And,
yeah.
My dad reads books about submarines. They got like a couple million hits. They got like a couple million hits each. And I was like, oh, people are going to YouTube to find a commercial to rewatch. This could be a thing. And the mustache is fake, so I generally don't get recognized in public. So there's not a lot of that. But when people do figure out that I do them, they're very kind and gracious and say things like they don't fast forward through my commercials. So when you get a compliment like that, you kind of take it to heart. So it's been fun.
Well, Bill, I love it because I've actually shushed people when your commercials come on when I've seen it, because this made me laugh. The one that made me laugh, the funniest was I guess it was Live, Laugh, Love, the sign the lady had, and you put it in the trash can. I mean, it's funny, Bill, because it's all true. And I think that's the best part about comedy.
I got to tell you about that one. I got a lot of heat from my own family on that one. Like, I was getting texts like, "Stuff, don't go after my signs," from like aunts and stuff. So that one hit home. I think one of the reasons the commercials are successful is, I call it a generational triple dip. You know what I mean? Within the house, like the kids will look at their parents turning into their parents, and then the grandparents are looking at their kids that are turning into them. Do you know what I mean? Like, everybody can kind of see it in some member of their family. So we've been very fortunate, and frankly, it happens in my family too. I'm guilty of some of this stuff too, or have family and friends who are guilty of it too. So it's great that people are relating to it and getting a laugh out of it.
Now, Bill, did you start out wanting to be just an actor and then just kind of evolved into the character? What was your genesis of getting into acting?
I was a kid who grew up just outside of Chicago in the Northwest burbs, so Second City was prevalent. And I saw Farley on the main stage at Second City, and my friends, because I was a class clown, my friends were like, "You could do that." And I didn't even realize improv was a job. And then I got bit by the bug after college and did improv downtown, and then moved out to LA. So I would love to be on a sitcom or do TV is my main thing, but you kind of go where you fall into. Currently, like, commercial directors and casting directors kind of trust me over the last 30 years. And so we'll see I can get enough followers on Instagram to become relevant in Hollywood. That's more so than talent. You got to have followers. So, it's this weird dynamic now. But anyway, so the improv comedy thing is kind of what pulled me into becoming an actor. And it's been, when you get on stage at an improv show at somewhere like Second City or Improv Olympic in Chicago and the audience laughs, it's kind of addictive. So that's what got me.
We're talking to Bill Glass, the fine actor. Now you've done some different TV show appearances as well. What are those like? Of even if it's a one-off or a couple of different episodes, to be able to work with so many different actors.
It's fantastic. My favorite one recently was I was on a show called Rutherford Falls, which I don't think got enough. It was a Mike Schur show. He did The Good Place, and it starred Ed Helms, and Sierra Teller-Ornelas was the executive producer and co-creator as well. And she and the guys just created this wonderful world. And I was a lawyer in a small town, and I got 4 episodes on it. It was my first recurring, so I'm hoping for more of that, to get to recur on a sitcom. So watching Ed Helms work and Mike Schur work was pretty special. And then I just recently did an episode of St. Denis Medical, which is kind of from, I think, Eric Legend, I hope I'm saying his name right, and the other creators are kind of off the Mike Schur tree. And that experience was great. It stars David Allen Greer and Wendy McClendon Covey, I think is how you say her name. But and that was a great experience as well, just to be on a set when you're watching people who are so funny, kind, and talented work. So actually my 2 most recent gigs have been kind of the most fun,
Oh, that's awesome. Bill Glass is with us. He's Dr. Rick from the Progressive Commercials. All right, so when you do is there a lot of ad lib, improv? I'm sure you got a script there, but are you guys allowed to go off script? Because again, Bill, these commercials are just, I think they're perfect because they're just so funny. What's the approach when you do this? I'm sure you got a script, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We have a packet of scripts. The ad agency writes up some great stuff, but I mean, as we talked about earlier, the people I work with are just so funny. We can't really contain ourselves. So, and our director, Martin Granger, he's a great comedy director. The philosophy is we'll cover the script once or twice until we sort of get it. And then we'll goof around, we'll do a couple takes where we get to blow off steam and kind of show what we think or improvise. And sometimes the guys and gals that I work with, sometimes we just go for it. You know what I mean? They feel a funny moment and they'll just go for it. And we know that they'll decide what they're going to decide in the editing. But it's a lot of fun. So to answer your question, there's a lot of improv, but we certainly cover the script first, and then whatever makes it in, makes it in.
Oh, I love that. Now, let me ask you this. Could this evolve into a Dr. Rick kind of TV show? I think that'd be perfect.
Well, thank you for saying that. I'm flattered, but that's above my pay grade. That's in Progressive camp. You're not the first person to ask that. And I mean, if they asked us to do it, I think everyone in the cast would love it. But also, I would just like to remind people, that the guy behind the mustache, like I said earlier, I'm happy to be on a sitcom. Like I'm funny without the mustache as well.
That's great.
So I'm hoping casting directors and producers out in LA will start to go, maybe this guy can solve a spot in our ensemble, and I'll start getting some of that action. But you can't control any of that stuff. But anyway, thank you for thinking of it that way. I'm sure Progressive has heard the noise. It's up to them whether they want to decide to turn it into a show or something.
I just think it's so well. The most recent one with the manhole cover, and when the guy says, I'll be back, and you say, no, we won't. I mean, just the deadpan delivery, Bill, that you do. I mean, it's again, I hate to keep saying it, it's perfect. That I've seen that kind of situation. We've all seen that situation. We've all got friends like that. So, but I think what brings it home, Bill, is how well you play Dr. Rick.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Like I see myself as sort of the straight man. Like I said, I'm just trying to pay off or make my castmates' choices look good. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If I can make the script look good or make their improv look good, then at the end of the day, the commercial will be good.
Right.
I just want it all to be funny. I don't really care whether, I care, but I don't care whether I'm the funny one or not. It's just
right.
The scene is funny. So I appreciate the compliments, and I hope I'm doing my job and making everybody laugh. But it's really our cast is they just hit home runs every time.
Absolutely. Big Super Bowl plans for you?
I'm actually in Chicago visiting family. I'm going to go see the Rascal Flatts concert tonight, and then we're doing the Super Bowl at my brother-in-law's house. So a little bit of a vacation in the Midwest.
Oh, that's good. Well, look, I know you're busy, and I really appreciate you doing this. And just know that a lot of people laughing at this, having a good time. So Whatever y'all doing, Bill, keep doing it, man, because it's working, my man.
Thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity to chat with you guys. And like I said, tell your listeners to go find me on Instagram so I can book a sitcom.
There you go. Bill, thanks so much.
Appreciate you guys. Take care.
Absolutely. Bill Glass from the Progressive commercials, known as Dr. Rick, and also has made several television appearances as well. We love having just some
I love it, man.
Random things on the show. And
Pop culture sells. Yeah, that one skit when he throws that sign in the garbage can, live, laugh, love. He just tosses it in there. So good, man.
I was wrong too. I thought he was on some PlayStation commercials, but it was a guy that looked like him, but not quite.
Yeah, he just sells it so well.
Oh, it was so good. Looking forward to more coming, including Chris Sanders at 1:00, Jonathan Hutton at 2:00. We're live today at Circus Sports up at the Mint at Kentucky Downs here on 102.5 The Game.
I can help new homeowners not become their parents.
Keanu.
Nope. Chloe Nolan. No. Joaquin. No. It just takes practice. Give it a shot. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
It's a constant battle. We're going to open a PDF. Who's next?
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
No fussin', no cussin', and no laughing.
That is by far my favorite part. There at the
love it, man.
Chasing Big Joe on 025 The Game live at Circus Sports in at the Mint at Kentucky Downs up in Franklin, Kentucky. Excited to be here today. Kenny the mailman wants to make a comment on the Hardy Boys who were with us yesterday. Kenny, what's up?
Well, first of all, great interview with the progressive guy. Nobody else would even think to do it. That was a great interview.
Thank you.
And secondly, I ran into the Hardy Boys last night, Chase, and they were a little nervous that you knew more about them than they did.
I've
lie.
watched them a long time.
I've been listening to the radio a long time. I love to hear an interviewer that is passionate about who they're interviewing, and you could almost hear you giggling. So I loved it. I know some people would say, "Oh, you got to be more standoffish." No, I love the interview.
Thanks,
now
Kenny.
I have a gift for y'all.
Okay.
You like gifts?
Yes.
Now, I told y'all a couple of weeks ago to watch the Bum Phillips documentary. Did y'all do that?
I bet about 2/3 of it.
It's good, isn't it?
It's very good. All those are
Chase,
done so well.
Chase, have you seen it?
I haven't, Kenny. I will admit I haven't.
But now let me give you a gift. I watch all kind of documentaries, animal documentaries, everything. One of the best documentaries I've ever seen has just come out on the 1980 hockey team, the USA hockey team.
I have.
Y'all got,
I've seen previews of it, and I definitely have that on my list to watch.
I don't know how they've done it because all of the footage in the other ones was real high up and grainy. You know, it looked like 1980. Somehow, some way, they have got a hold of footage from right down on the boards, and it looks like a film from The Predator from 2 or 3 weeks ago. It is the clearest, best photographed documentary I've seen, and they've got all the guys left that are still alive, and almost all of them are reduced to tears because they went back. They didn't tell them. They went back and found footage of their family being interviewed, and almost all of their family has passed away.
Wow.
And they're sitting there filming the guy as he's watching his mother talk about how much it meant to her. They couldn't even talk when they were talking. It was sort of maybe a little bit low down the way, but it is one of the most moving, best documentaries, what it meant to them, what it meant to us that remember it. There's so many younger people that have no idea, you know, think it was just a game. Go find it and watch it. Will y'all promise me?
What's it on?
Netflix.
I think it's Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah, Netflix. And I mean, it's already went to #1. So hey, dig it up. But before or after the game, you're going to love this documentary. Y'all have a great day.
See you, Bubba.
Thanks,
you.
Kenny. Appreciate it. And appreciate the kind words. Yeah, it was funny. Yesterday, I'm like, you know, I have all these questions. I'm like, oh, wait, I got to let Joe ask a few too.
I'm good. Look, that was your wheelhouse right there with those guys. But what helps is when the guest is engaged as well.
And they were into it. So
I get asked all the time, who are your favorite guests? Who's one guest that, you know, that you're like, yeah. And I tell people all that. Bill Burr was terrible.
Yeah.
Bill Burr.
Kevin Durant
was pretty, but Kevin Durant had an excuse. He was doing we were like his 38th interview that we had no idea what he's talking to. Bill Burr was awful. And I said, one of the best interviews we've ever had was Ice Cube.
Oh, yeah, he was because he was
completely engaged into the questions, was very appreciative of coming on the show. You just, you were back and forth. So you could tell in the first 15 seconds, the Hardy Boys were gracious to be there. They wanted to be there. And so that helps out what we got to do. So there's no radio broadcaster handbook to do interviews.
Well,
right? It's just a feeling.
And I have respect for people like Matt and Jeff and others that, and I've told this story, Greg Biffle just passed away, the race car driver. And I got to interview him. I think I had a phoner with him once and then in person one time. And it was at the 2021 Daytona 500. He was coming back with a new team to help him out and try and get him in the race and everything. And I asked NASCAR, I was like, hey, I'd love to talk to Biffle. And I'm like, sure. And I go up to him, they get it set up, and I walk up to the car right there at the garage. And I was like, hey, I know you're busy. Thanks so much for doing this. And he was like, hey, man, thank you. Thank you for like I've been out for a while. Like, thank you for thinking of
That's
me
cool.
and our team. And like, you have no idea how much this means to them, that you would take the time to do this. And it's like I was like, oh wow, that's really cool.
Who was the race car driver we had in studio last year that we said if he won, he had to acknowledge us?
Blaney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he didn't acknowledge us.
Well, he did acknowledge me because I walked down there.
No, I wanted him when he got the champagne or whatever. Chase and Big Joe show. Those two guys.
Look,
they don't know a lot.
I bet you at some point this year we'll get a driver on that will do it.
Okay.
We'll make
Who's
it
the little the guy that likes to fight, the young guy we interviewed from Vegas?
Oh, Noah Gregson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
He would probably do it.
We asked him to.
Yeah, he'd probably do it.
He came in like 30th.
He's got to win.
Do
but
it, right?
We'd probably get him to do it.
Yeah. So that's the thing, is that you engage with him, and you know, and I learned this early on. Don't try to be out funny the funny guy.
No.
Right. There are others in this market in years past that have tried to out funny the funny guy, and that's not our job. When we have comedians on of like Dusty Slay or Aaron Weber or Brian Bates, John Christ, I mean, they're on because they're funny, and our job is to help them be funny down the line. And so just don't try to out funny the funny guys.
We need to get Dusty on soon.
Well,
it'd be fun.
They're on a big cruise right now.
Are they?
It's all the Nate Bargatze clan, and then
is Nate with them?
Yeah, they're on some like from Tampa to Cozumel.
That's cool.
Unfortunately, we didn't get asked, but I don't do cruises.
Yeah,
right, Dr. Crane.
That's correct.
We don't do cruises. You ever done a cruise?
I've never been on a cruise.
I've heard good and bad, but I've heard more bad than good.
Our friend Ricky's about to go on one, and I have decided if he comes back and says yes, I'm all about it, I'll do it again, then I'm gonna go on one. If he comes back and says no, then I'm out.
There's a very funny. It's a YouTube clip of people we know that the cruise ship docks in a city for a day. Says, all right, be back here at 4:00. We're leaving at 4, so get back here at 3:30. Of people running to catch the cruise ship. It's already left the dock, and they're running back to try to catch the cruise ship.
That'd be my biggest fear, is being left somewhere.
Yeah, exactly right. So I'd rather fly me there, and I'm good. I don't. You got to look. One of the worst things in the world is family dining.
Yeah,
when you dine with people you don't know. It ain't happening. I'm not doing that. I love it's great, but there's a reason I eat alone. So I'm not going to.
I eat alone.
I'm not going to do all that. So.
With nobody else.
Yeah, Dr. Crane, have you ever been on a cruise?
No, sir, and I do not plan on going on any of them.
Okay, what's your sort of disdain for not going on a cruise?
I just don't like being in the water or around water in a boat that I cannot control. I mean, it's kind of like flying in an airplane, but airplanes, like, from point A to point B. With a boat, it's point A to point B in a couple weeks.
Okay.
So I'm not about the couple weeks thing. I'm really working on my patience this year, but sometimes they just run thin.
Sorry, just get there. Let me ask you this, though. I'm deathly afraid of heights. So how come when I'm in a plane, it doesn't bother me? I'm deathly afraid of heights, thanks to my mom. So a plane doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I mean, it's never bothered me. I'm kind of the same way.
But why? What's the reason?
Well, it's control. So for me, like climbing up on a ladder, I know I have no balance because
right.
I was born like a bow-legged giraffe. That's just me. That's
a good way to put it.
So I'm like, okay, I will fall and hurt myself.
Uh-huh.
A plane, like, even though I know I don't have the control, I feel safe. And I've also come to the if this SOB goes down, then that's the way I'm supposed to go.
That's your time,
out,
right?
Like that's
like
what's
the tallest building in America now? Is it the Sears Tower, the John Hancock building, whatever it is in Chicago? Is that the tallest building in America, or is it the One World Trade Center building that's up now? I don't know. Whatever. Like the Empire State Building, for example.
Yeah.
Everybody goes up there and looks. I ain't doing that. If I was when
I was in New York a few years ago, I went to an event that was in a high rise and was way up, where I looked out and the Empire State Building was right next to us, and I was like, holy hell. Like, you realize how high you actually are.
Would you go stand next to the window? Would you put your hand on the glass? You would. So you're not scared of heights. I'm definitely afraid.
I'm scared of heights if I'm in control. Like, if I have to climb up something, because I know the lack of strength.
Well, you're not King Kong.
Right.
You're not climbing the side of a building.
Yeah.
Would you do the one building where the glass you could lay on the glass like diagonally? Would
That's
you do
Chicago, right?
that? I think that is
Yes,
Chicago.
that is Chicago.
Would you do that?
That I'm not sure of.
Okay. I'm not getting off on that floor. I'm not nowhere near that.
I'm not sure of.
Uh-uh.
That is a game time decision.
Is that with a couple of Jägermeister shots you lay on the glass?
Maybe.
All right.
I don't think that'll help either.
No.
I've done it. My stomach was in knots just being that high.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. I think I lose function. Not bodily function, but function when I'm up. When I crossed the Golden Gate Bridge for the first time, I'm so stupid. I read a book about the power of the Golden Gate Bridge. It's like there's this power that draws you in. The whole time I'm thinking, it took me an hour staring at the bridge before I walked across it because I was terrified. And that's me. That's my fault for doing that. But I'm not doing heights. I'm not. If we have a big party on the 30th floor, I'll be fine on the 3rd floor. That's good. Like Die Hard, I wouldn't have filmed Die Hard.
Yeah.
Unless it's in studio. No way in Hades am I getting up there.
Okay. That's fair.
Just letting you know.
Coming up next, we'll talk to Chris Sanders about the Super Bowl and much more. That is all next here on 102.5 The Game.